Greetings, light, and love. Thank you for tuning in to Aisha Speaks Jade Facebook. This is my podcast, and I'd like to welcome everyone wherever you may be at, whether or not it is locally or globally, internationally, because I have a little bit of everyone checking me out. And I so appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So today I am of course doing a live video, okay, for Wednesday, April the 17th, 2019. And today I want to talk about 7 ways to know if you're in the wrong job. And I know this probably is going to touch my toes. It's definitely going to step on my toes. And it might step on your toes if you're transparent and honest with yourself. Okay, so if you're in that job that you are just tired of and you're just trying to figure your life out, what's going to happen, what am I going to do, where am I going to go, and a lot of times we get complacent or stuck in our jobs, but we're really not happy. Well, I think it's time to move forward. But here are some of the ways on to be exact, again, 7 ways to know you're in the wrong job. First, let me just say I am Aisha, or most people who are not family related call me by my nickname Jade. So I just want to get that out the way, as well as I am hashtag researcher. So let's just jump into the 7 ways to know you're in the wrong job and how to tell if it's time to find a new profession. So I'm not here to tell anybody to quit their job right now, today, tonight, tomorrow. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to just offer some friendly solutions, advice, step on the toes a little bit, and to make you think. And if you are seriously looking to, maybe go in another direction, that's maybe something that you can think about. So, millennials, they expect more and will likely get it, right? Because the millennials and the upcoming generations, but specifically millennials, like they are just so savvy in a lot of different things. I like millennials, honestly, not because I'm trying to be back, 35 and under or anything like that, but they have a lot of sense and they make a lot of sense and they have a lot of good ideas and tools and resources, and they don't mind stepping out of a box, becoming uncomfortable, right? And they don't mind being diverse. It's not to say that the over 35 don't feel that way, but I mean, let's just be honest. The millennials is where it's at right now. So jumping into, I just want to just kind of just say, with millennials making up over half the workforce today, right? Millennials are digging deeper to figure out what a satisfying career means to them. They want success and happiness, right? They want success and happiness. And in that includes, it can include a variety of different things, of course, to be financially stable or financial wealth or what it is for them. So again, they want success and happiness, and they really don't mind digging deeper. So I want to speak about the 7 signs or the 7 ways to know that you're in the wrong profession, right? So again, I know I'm going to step on my toes because I was just kind of checking this out and I was like, yo, for real, you really getting with me. And I may have some coworkers on or not. I mean, that's all good. If I do, it is what it is. If whomever is happy in their profession, I'm happy for you. But I have to say that I really like what I do, and where I work is definitely going to add add to my resume to get me where I need to get to. But this is a job. My passion is way somewhere else, which I'm working on. So the first one would be the company's mission doesn't align with your core beliefs. And this is the 7 signs or the 7 ways that it may be time to start looking for a new job or a new career path. So again, number 1 would be the company's mission doesn't align with your core beliefs. So it doesn't matter how much money you're making. If you don't believe in your employer's products or services, you're essentially taking a bribe. Deep down, you feel like a sellout, and it will slowly eat at you until you are disengaged and resentful. You'll find yourself feeling held hostage by the pay. Sadly, you may also find yourself fired eventually for having an attitude or being a less than stellar performer. And if you're one of those individuals where, again, you don't believe in your company's core beliefs and they're not aligning with you, yes, you become very frustrated and angry and annoyed and dissatisfied, and you'll do any little thing like, please fire me, let me go. Some people, not all, and you just don't perform at your best. You just kind of really just half ass it. That's the only way I can put it, right? You just kind of half it, and you don't put your best foot forward. And a lot of people do stay for the pay. They do. I'm not the judge or the juror, but people do that, to stay for the pay, or they have these great benefits. And a lot of people, the attitude changes. You find them like just more unhappy in what they do at their job. Number two is you don't share any hobbies, passions, or common interests with your coworkers. Well, I have to say that's definitely me. I don't do too much sharing. I give you just enough. Because number one, I have an in general trust issue. And number two, I'm just not aligned, and I'm just not feeling the energy with a lot of people at my job. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I'm at work and I'm on the clock, I'm very cordial. And if I can help you, I definitely will. But to say that once we get off that clock, I'm going to go hang out with you and go to your house and we do stuff and party together, no. Mm-mm. Because I see, unfortunately, a lot of people, it's a lot of gossiping, and it happens everywhere, but I'm specifically speaking at my job. Like, there's just too much gossip, it's just too much gossip, and just some drama going on, and I really don't want to be a part of that. Again, I really only tell what I want you to know, okay? If it's something related to my job that I'm interested in, that I'm all about wanting to do it because I genuinely have an interest, or I do want to do it, which of course that adds to my resume. But any outside work interest, I really just don't get down with them like that. And I'm okay. And a lot of them are probably very decent people. I just don't really put myself out there like that with them. Mm-mm. So, and it's okay if you don't. It's okay if you do. I'm not knocking it. To each his own. Whatever your niche is, that's cool. So again, you don't share any hobbies, passions, common interests with your coworkers. So having friends at work matters. To me, I kind of differ. First of all, I don't call everybody a friend. For me, that has to be earned, and I had to learn that because everybody was a friend, best friends, and all of that, and just life and down the road, it just happened completely different for me. So if you really have a true friend, a true person that you can really call a friend, your coworker at work, that's great, okay? But that doesn't happen for me. Your people that I know because I work with you, honestly, I don't even call them outside of work unless it's really work related. Like if there's something going on and I'm trying to figure out, do we come in for that day? Something like that. I may, honestly, there's a couple of people, maybe five tops, that I may from time to time outside of work just kind of do a check in to see how things are. But that's very rare, and it goes the other way too, and that's okay because I see them the majority at work. And if I just kind of want to be like, hey, how you doing, family good, great, and vice versa. Again, I'm cordial, I laugh at work, I do work things between work hours because trust me, is a lot at my building. So having friends at work matters. If it matters for you, that's awesome. You don't have to like everyone, but you do have to feel a sense of connection. So I get that. Being part of a tribe is a human instinct. When you get along with your coworkers, it's easier to solve problems, and that is absolutely true. We don't have to like each other, but we got to respect each other while we're at work. We have to be cordial. We can agree to disagree. I get that, okay? Because everyone's not going to agree on everything, but there should be some common ground, right? Okay, so when you get along with your coworkers, it's easier to solve problems, address concerns, give feedback, and work together to get rewarding results. And what I like to say about that, I do agree with that. And, a lot of times, especially when it's management, in general, sometimes management, and I'm speaking in general, they have big heads and they feel like everything that they say or do is right. Like they don't give their coworkers opportunities to express themselves and share their thoughts, or they don't allow them to speak what's on their mind respectfully, right? Without them kind of jumping in while you're talking. So rude, don't do that. So, as far as addressing concerns, giving feedback, and work together to get rewarding results. A lack of bonding with teammates leads to mistakes, finger pointing, and job loss. Okay. Number 3, you have no respect for your boss. I know quite a few people who do that. Not even just about where I'm currently working, but from previous, and also with people that's coming in that speak about their jobs and how things are going on at their jobs. So it's globally, okay? So if you don't value the contributions of management, then you won't trust their guidance. That can go both ways for me. I like to trust people's guidance, but I also want them to have a trust in me as well, right? So I get the concept of this. So you may not like your boss, but if he or she work is productive and useful, then you can tolerate their personality. Yeah. Okay, moving forward. However, if you feel they're hurting the business more than helping it, then you're going to find it difficult to feel a sense of accomplishment. Working for someone you don't respect is the ultimate career satisfaction killer. And I'm not saying anybody got to name names and all that. And I'm not going to go deep into a lot of things that I have on my mind, because honestly, I don't know who's watching on here. Could be some people from my job. So I'm just going to keep it cute. Because again, like I said, I don't trust people and people run their mouth, unfortunately. Okay, so pretty much if I have a situation, I'm just going to do protocol and just take it like that if I have an issue, right? So I'm learning how to change the way that I just deal with people in general, at work, outside of work, because I know I can't change individuals, but I certainly can change how I respond to a lot of things. Is it something that happens overnight? Hell to the no. But it can be done. Next is 4, you can't complain or you can't explain how your current job is supporting your ultimate career goals. So when you get into a job, it gets you in the door, gets your foot in the door. You do the best job that you can do, but for most people, they're looking to advance themselves. But if you feel like your position or your job or your coworkers or management is not there, like it sounds good, they say it, but in reality, they're really not looking for you to advance. I mean, you might want to take a different path. That's all I'm going to say about that one. So again, you can't explain how your current job is supporting your ultimate career goals. So today, every job is temporary. Okay? Every job is temporary. The rate of change in the world means we can't spend our entire lives with one employer. In reality, we are businesses of one that must always be thinking about our next career move. And for those that want to move forward in their career, that's great. For me, I'm personally looking to leave the corporate world and go full time into my business, as well as other endeavors that I want to do. So if you can explain how your current job is helping to position you for your next career move, then it's time to look for one that supports the growth and sustainability of your business of one. Okay? Hope you got that. Number 5, you walk out the door right at 5 p.m. So now I'm doing that because, to be quite honest with you, I was there a little after 5 because customers would come in. There would be a department that was still there, and I was there to assist because that's just me. I am not perfect, but if I can help someone, I will do that. So in any event, I had to end up not doing that anymore. So at 5 o'clock, I'm asked to leave, and that's what I do. And I'll let security or whoever else is there deal with it. Not that I'm looking to stay till 6 p.m. or anything like that, but just a little after 5 p.m. I mean, again, if I can assist you and there's someone there to assist you, then that was just me. But hey, moving forward and upward. So when your goal in life is not to spend a minute more than you have to at work, you're in the wrong job. Enough said. And I know there's some individuals, this is not me saying it, this is me reading. Okay, this is, of course, I'm the hashtag researcher again, so just love sharing some different articles and thoughts from other people, thoughts from myself, and things like that. There are people who, listen, when it's time to go, they are on it. They don't care about staying afterwards and things like that because they have a job. Because they have a life outside of the job. I get that. I have a life outside of the job. That's why I personally was saying, I think 5 minutes after, if I clock out, me personally, I don't think that's a big deal. But yes, I'm not there to stay till 6. But again, if someone comes in and someone in that department can assist them, then I'm good. So it's just all based on the individual, okay? Number 6, you find yourself reacting negatively every day to something that happens at work. I was there. I'm not so much there as I used to be because I have to change my mindset. I completely was finding myself being upset every day. I just could not stand to get up and go to work. I just got to be honest. I couldn't stand to get up and go to work. Every time I thought about wanting to go where I work at, I dreaded it, right? Because just all of the negative energy that was around me, and it just felt like it was hard to break out of. I'm consuming myself by just being completely pissed off and angry and frustrated, let alone that I have my personal life and things that I was dealing with that as well. And again, it just took me to a place last year so much being overwhelmed that I had a mild heart attack. And from there, that was such a learned lesson that I made a promise to myself that I was going to start chipping that off, right? And start taking care of myself, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally and spiritually as well. So that's been my continued path. I have not so much been, as overwhelmed as I had been. From time to time, I have to catch myself because I don't want to dwell in it. But from time to time, I'm getting better step by step, one footstep at a time. So again, you find yourself reacting negatively every day to something that happens at work. So if you find yourself calling friends and family each night to recap the drama and agony that you endured at the office that day, it's time to move on. We attract what we pay attention to. Let me say that again because that is so important. We attract what we pay attention to. If all you can see and feel at your current job is bad vibes, bad energy, then it's time for some new, better energy. But it also, like I say, in addition to that, check yourself. You got to check yourself. I know we can point fingers and stuff like that, but always remember there is a finger that is pointing back at you. So make sure that you do a self-evaluation on yourself too. Because a lot of times people can get really stuck in that bad energy and they become that. So reevaluate. And 7, you self-medicate with booze, liquor, food, binge watching, or some other coping mechanism several nights or even more each week. So if you find that your job is getting you to a place that you have to drink more or even self-medicate, not only with booze, alcohol, or liquor, whichever you want to say, but with drugs and your eating so much, like you're overeating, or even if you're not even eating enough, you're trying to starve yourself, or even if you're purging, things like that, or some type of coping mechanism that is unhealthy for you, that is definitely a red flag. Okay, so if you spend many nights trying to recover from work, something is wrong. Jobs are tiring. Yes, they are. But they shouldn't be so mentally and physically detrimental that you feel the need to self-medicate constantly. If you can't muster the energy to engage in healthy self-care, I always talk about self-care and it starts with you first. You have to do it each and every day. And self-development after work, it's time to look closely at what's draining you daily. And I know what's draining me daily. I do. I know what's draining me. So again, that's that reevaluation. Take a look at yourself. Look at how you're doing self-care and self-development. It's just necessary for you. Okay? Work on eliminating that negativity, whatever's draining you. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I'm sorry. I hope that you guys, my apologies. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did. It certainly was a reminder and a refresher to me to just stay on my ish and make sure that I keep doing what I need to do, eliminate what I need to do, catch it, check it, and change it. That's my 3 C's. Catch it, check it, and change it. It will not always be easy, but it can be done. It can be accomplished. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that was good for you. I know it was definitely good for me. Sometimes we just have to be uncomfortable, and that's okay. So I want to invite you guys to join my social media platform. I am on Facebook right now, as you see. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and I have a YouTube channel. You can find me on all of them at Aisha Speaks Jade. Again, I am on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and I have a YouTube channel, Aisha Speaks Jade. On my YouTube channel, please hit that cute little thumbnail to subscribe to my channel, as well as hit that notification bell to stay in the loop of everything. Like my other pages, leave comments, suggestions, topics, so I can just bring it to the table and we can have a conversation on it. This podcast will be available for replay shortly after, which I'll be done shortly. So again, Aisha Speaks Jade, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and my YouTube channel. Always, always, always remember self-care. Now bringing in another, self-development. Remember your self-care, your self-development, your self-love, your self-worth your self-respect, know your value. Always remember to create your happiness and your greatness in whatever you do. Go for your passions, goals, whatever that looks like for you. Like Nike says, just do it. Just do it. Sometimes you have to just do it. Don't put so much thought into it, okay? Get away from that draining negativity from people, that negative space, okay? If you truly are not happy with your job and you've tried everything that you could do to be happy, then please consider making changes for yourself so that you can have that self-care and that self-development and be successful in what you do. Okay, because I do know everyone is not um, a business owner ready, and that is okay. You have people who are corporate, you have people who are business owners, you have people who can do a combination of both. Find your niche. And with that being said, enjoy the rest of the day, the evening, the afternoon, wherever you may be at. Have a better day on purpose tomorrow. Peace and blessings be upon you. Namaste and Ashe. Have a good evening.